Okay, guys, so our next area to look at is space. So, somewhere in your sketchbook, space, the area in and around a work of art. So, there's 7 elements of art. We've covered line, shape, value, texture, color, and now we are on space, and finally we have form. So space is our sixth element of art. Space is just like the space something exists in, right? It's what is in a work of art. So we have two kind of things we need to think about space. We have 2D space, flat. We have 3D space, depth. Pretty much we all know that, right? So this piece of paper is two-dimensional. It doesn't actually have any depth. So we're going to try to create the illusion of depth. One more thing that we need to know about space is that it can be either positive space is filled with an object. Negative space is empty. Negative space has nothing in it. Positive space is filled. A lot of times you really need to pay just as much attention to the negative space as the positive space. It's the empty space around objects that actually identify them. So don't neglect your negative space. Pay attention to it. It's just as important as a positive space. Now, in this assignment that we're going to do, we're going to just try to explore a little bit of 3D space, and we're going to use something called, one last word here, perspective. And perspective is a system for drawing 3D space on a 2D sheet of paper. Perspective is a system for drawing 3D space on a 2D sheet of paper. Pretty short little bit of space notes. Now, your assignment for space, this one's kind of fun, I think. I enjoy this one. All right, so what you're going to do, start off with something called a vanishing point. Now, we're going to get into more detail about what a vanishing point is. This is just kind of a little introduction to this. You're going to need some kind of straight edge. Just anything will work. I mean, you could use your phone, you could use a card, you could use anything to make this. You don't have to have a ruler, but we'll use a ruler if you're in class. So, what you're going to need is to draw 15 shapes. Make them geometric, make them squares, make them rectangles. You can kind of do some fancy sort of Tetris type shapes. You can do sort of like letters like L's or T's. Try to vary up the sizes. But think about like if you're in a city and you're looking straight down at the buildings like from above, like you're flying over the city, like in a helicopter, and you're looking straight down at these buildings. They're going to mostly be in rows, so don't have anything too crazy. If you want to have some kind of building that's offset, kind of like at a different angle, that's fine, but try to keep most of them sort of going in the same direction so it looks more organized and a little less chaotic. You don't want things to be too chaotic. And you're going to need 15 of these shapes around this. And some of them can be behind others. So like you might have some that are closer to the middle and some that are more farther away, more out in the distance. You can have some that are way out here. If you have some kind of square shaped trace, that'll make this even easier. Don't put them too close together. You don't want them to be like touching each other. And don't do anything too complex. Keep straight angles, keep straight lines. We'll do a T on this bottom one here, or this top one here. Sort of a T-ish thing. Okay, so now if we were in a helicopter looking down, these were the tops of buildings, but they're going to go down to the vanishing point because we're actually going to see the sides of the buildings recede. So we're going to be practicing connecting the corners to the vanishing point. So the vanishing point is this dot that's kind of in the center. Very important. And you're going to take each corner and draw it to the vanishing point unless it's obstructed. So corner to the vanishing point, corner to the vanishing point. Can't draw that one because it's obstructed by itself. Can't draw that one because it's obstructed. This one we can draw because it does not get obstructed. So it's going to go down like that until it hits itself. This one can't go down. This one can't go down. This one can't go down. So that's done. Okay, over here. Corner to vanishing point. Corner to vanishing point. Can't draw that one. It would go through itself. Can't draw that one. It would go through itself. Okay, we'll do this L next. Corner to the vanishing point. Corner to the vanishing point. Nope. Obstructed. Yes, not obstructed. All the way to the bottom on that one. Nope. Can't draw that one. Goes through itself. Good. 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 Only going to go until it hits another one. Can't go past that. All the way to the bottom. All the way to hits that building. So you're going to need 15 of these shapes. I've just done, what, 6. So I would need 11, 9 more. 9 more. Okay. So these shapes are projecting towards us, and again, like I was saying, if you were like looking at a bunch of really, really tall buildings, it would look like they descend down, and they all meet more or less at the same spot. The last step is just some light shading. Don't shade the tops, and then pick one side and try to shade it a little darker than the other side. So like this building, we'll just shade it. You don't have to go overboard on the shading. It shouldn't take you a really long time. Just try to make it kind of neat, kind of nice. You can smooth it out a little bit if you want. And then this will be my darker side, this will be my light side. Okay, darker side. Try to shade buildings to sides different depending on what's around them so that they kind of stand out. So like different sides of buildings will kind of stand out from each other. If you want to do really elaborate shading and really get into it, you can. If you just want to put some light shading on them, you can. It doesn't have to be overboard. So there you go. 15 geometric shapes with perspective. All right, guys, thanks for watching.